Welcome back, everybody. Thank you for joining me here today so that we could discuss Shoot to Kill. So this movie stars Sidney Poitier as an FBI agent who's hot on the trail of a serial killer. The killer manages to evade police capture, dip off into the rugged wilderness of the Pacific Northwest, which, obviously they're going to pursue him, but for Sidney Poitier, this presents a problem because he's a city guy, doesn't know how to really hack it out in the woods, so he hires a field guide, Tom Berenger, to take him out into the wilderness. Now, Tom Berenger's character knows everything about these woods. His girlfriend is also a guide. And while he takes Sidney Poitier out, into the wilderness to find this killer, they have no idea that the killer is part of another tour group going on in the area, which is being led by Tom Berenger's girlfriend. So you have these real, converging forces as, these two try to track down the killer, and the killer has his own plan. And that's kind of the story here of Shoot to Kill. So I love the idea of Sidney Poitier as an FBI agent hunting a serial killer. This is not like a crime thriller, though. It is at times. There is a good portion of that, but it's not like about so much collecting clues and profiling the killer. This is more of like a wilderness adventure action thriller, I guess you would say. It's got a bunch of different elements to it. I loved the Tom Berenger, Sidney Poitier part of the story. Just male bonding out in the woods pretty much. It's got some great rock climbing scenes. It's got some great woods traversal scenes. They fight a bear. It's an interesting dynamic, and I think that both of them, perform really well here. Sidney Poitier had been off for a while leading into this movie, so it's not his best performance, but it's solid, and Tom Berenger is great here. He honestly steals the show pretty much. Kirstie Allie's fine. The rest of the cast has a bunch of familiar names in it, and one performance that stands out to me is Clancy Brown, who plays the voice of Mr. Krabs on SpongeBob. Great performance here as a complete psychopath. Great stuff. You've got wilderness action, you've got rock climbing, bear fighting, all this kind of stuff. I had a really good time with this movie, and I had really never. I think I had heard of it, but I never really looked into it, and I had a great time with this one. It starts off a little bit slow, but it definitely picks up, and once you get out in the woods, this movie really takes off and really surpassed all my expectations. But that's my review for Shoot to Kill. If you want to check out more, I've got a full movie review playlist right here on YouTube. But until then, thanks for watching this one, and hopefully I'll see you soon.